The latest National Rail Passenger Survey results really do show the challenges faced by our customers when these surveys were taken. Whilst the results are really disappointing, in many ways they don't come as a surprise given the disruption passengers had to face last winter. This survey was taken between January and March, at a time when we weren't able to give our passengers a service we want to provide and they rightfully expect.
We had a very disruptive January to March, particularly through weather-related and asset incidents. Barnhurst slip is a good example of that.
Storm Imogen damaged the roof here at London Bridge, meaning routes connecting Charing Cross were closed for peak hours. Many other passengers are still having to deal with what the collapse of the Dover seawall back in the new year means for their journeys. There were also problems with the infrastructure looked after by Network Rail. Some of that was caused by the building works here at London Bridge. I know it was a really difficult time for passengers. I'd like to thank people for bearing with us. We've been working really closely with Network Rail to bring about a number of improvements. We're putting more standby crews in key places so we can get services up and running more quickly when disruption leaves our people out of position. We're putting more conductors and more onboard managers on trains to help our passengers, and we're in the process of recruiting and training 100 new drivers. We're spending millions of pounds to provide more real-time information to customers, and we've already refurbished a third of our trains. We're boosting resources in the joint control centre we share with Network Rail, which oversees the running of all trains on the network. It's reassuring that a more recent independent poll of our passengers shows overall satisfaction has improved and now stands at 79%.
And we here at Network Rail are also working very hard to improve the infrastructure. There are 8 miles of track between Charing Cross and Lewisham where 42% of all infrastructure delays occur. And it's because they sit at major approach routes in and out of central London that their impact is greatly magnified. So we're targeting track defects, upgrading our circuits and improving the electrical supply. We're also working closely with Southeastern to get extended access on track and major routes so we can get more work done at night. We're also working to limit the knock-on effects from the major rebuilding work here at London Bridge as part of the Thameslink programme. Right now we're operating through the biggest infrastructure project of our time, but we're halfway there. Come August, Southeastern passengers will see the opening of a new concourse just for them.
By 2018, our passengers will benefit from a new station here at London Bridge, from more reliable infrastructure, from more services and from better connections. Please be assured that work is already underway here at London Bridge and across the network to provide better journeys for the hundreds and thousands of passengers that Alasdair and I are responsible for every single day.